Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
My girl, Kamala Harris, is more than ready for this moment. She is one of the most qualified people ever to seek the office of the presidency. And she is one of the most dignified. A tribute to her mother, to my mother, and to your mother too. The embodiment of the stories we tell ourselves about this country. Her story is your story. It's my story. It's the story of the vast majority of Americans trying to build a better life.
All righty then. And I love that she cut it right there. We had the discussion. We were talking about the conventions, you know, and of course, really making sure that you get out there and vote. You know, I don't care. Well, personally, I do care, but professionally, I don't care who you vote for. Just vote. You know, your vote matters. There are people that died so that we may be able to vote. So
and
that's
free.
And it's free.
Yeah.
But I do want to talk about that the convention. Did anybody watch? Did y'all watch the convention? You didn't? Oh my. You didn't? Oh
And
my.
sometimes they're a little boring.
Well, y'all missed this one here. You know, I had
I
my
heard it was good.
this one, I want to honestly say that it was really good. Did you watched it, huh?
Yeah, I watched some.
Okay, so what was your thought on the convention? Y'all don't seem motivated.
Yeah, it was
it was good.
Yeah.
Oh my.
What else can I say?
Greek. I mean, see, that's what we're telling people.
I mean, it was.
No, I'm
It was not informative.
I'm gonna say this here. That's why we take so much time that we like to go. We have to be informed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the only way you can be informed is to get involved and know what's going on. Now, I'm not saying that people don't craft things to look a certain way, but you still have to be involved enough to come up with your own opinion of stuff. Now, I'm not understanding. I don't know if it's early. Brother Carter saying, "Oh, it was all right." We was calling back and forth. We was really enjoying it.
Nothing is just sitting right there right now.
Well, I want to say Michelle Obama knocked that
every time.
She knocked it out the park, you know, and I know the struggle that she had when she said it there. And I don't know for anyone that listened, when I lost my father, it was hard for me going back to Galveston to right after then, because I kept wanting to look for my dad. And so when she talked about that was her first time going back to Chicago after her mother passed, it just touched my heart on the onset of that. So my whole thing is, let's just make sure that we're getting informed and we're not just saying, "Oh, this election is not for me," because it will matter. You know, whoever gets in office.
Now that part it's important that we do vote though.
Yeah.
On that part, you get out there and vote.
Please.
Vote, because it do matter. Your vote do count. So please do so.
Yes. What was the difference between having the Obamas there this time and Megan Thee Stallion at the other one?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you.
What happened there?
I really had a problem.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't enough. That was her coming out. And so I disagreed. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, I think that there is a time and a place for everything, and having, you know, I'm sure there are people that love Megan Thee Stallion, and I'm not here to slam her craft and what she does, but it did throw me off that they chose to bring her out there to introduce the vice president as taking a Democratic, you know, running for that.
Because in this one, I saw Oprah.
This one here that wasn't a convention. That was just an announcement that she'll be running for the president.
Yeah, I think it was a bad call in a way from having Megan Thee Stallion as the first.
Where was
but
this?
That wasn't. That's two different things.
It's two different things. I guess I'm just trying to understand why the representation
100%.
Right. From the initial start, you want to have a good influence.
Wait. Now right? I'm gonna have to back up a little bit.
Yeah.
So she was at Kamala's event.
She was at Kamala Harris. The first one.
Kamala was in Wisconsin.
No. When Kamala first came out and introduced that she's going to be running for the Democratic nomination for president, they did it in Atlanta. I believe it was Atlanta.
Yeah.
And Megan Thee Stallion was the headliner of the show. And so that even though she had a blue suit on, it was off for me. I mean, I had a whole issue with that. No, you missed that one. But this one here was the convention, and the convention was let's roll out what we're doing and our platform, and then of course the vice president. I personally did not like the introduction with Megan Thee Stallion, but for me, is that going to stop me from voting? Absolutely not. So that's just my piece on that.
Okay, I have no comment because I did not see it.
Okay,
you didn't see Megan.
My girl stuck on Megan on there. I know, because you got to think about it. Everything that they do is intentional.
Yeah,
very, very intentional. So it wasn't just like a random thing. Oh, just put Megan. So what was the reason behind that?
Probably, the people who are with, that love Megan Thee Stallion, that probably make them vote.
Yes, to draw that vote in.
I will say, I think something that's very interesting compared to this presidential race compared to the last one is both parties' use of social media. Because I've noticed that I don't know how to fully describe it, but like I heard like Trump was on like some really big podcast recently.
Oh, I don't know what big podcast he could ever be on.
I can't remember. I think some guy named Theo or something. I don't know, but just like I came across a clip of it somewhere. And then I also just noticed like in social media, just the way Kamala and like their team is just engaging with social media. I realized they're utilizing the platform in a way that, or the internet in a way that I don't think has really been done before. So I find that very interesting.
Yeah. I think it started with the Obamas way back when. I think because the younger crowd is really into social media. So everything is social media. I do struggle, and I can read my sister a mile away. And
I know we don't have no struggles with social media, do we?
Yeah, y'all do.
We do?
Yeah, y'all do.
What is this?
That's because we have an excellent team. No.
So I know we're not saying we have a problem with doing what we're doing. Huh?
No. It's more the way of engaging, right? So like, say for example, like your grandkids, they might sit here and be like, Grandpa, you could have texted that, right? It's like you didn't have to call me for that. Versus in what I find interesting in this election is, you know what, instead of just sitting here having the formal, it's like, this is what I'm doing, everything. It's very much more, getting the bites, not for like, because I'm trying to like manipulate or like twist.
Well, they are manipulating.
It's more of culture.
It's a culture.
Cultural. Yeah, that's
they're
the word.
Trying to adapt to culture.
Yeah, they're engaging into that space, and
that's the word I was looking for, and that's exactly what I felt that she did, and it was off for me.
Yeah,
with that initial bringing Meg to come out.
Doing it for the culture.
Are you trying to adapt to culture, saying this is the culture here? And
yes,
I just don't agree.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't like that.
I agree.
Why?
I agree.
Especially
What's the topic of this show?
Weaponizing with the word.
Weaponize yourself. She weaponized herself with the crowd that she know she was gonna have before her. She used Megan Thee Stallion just like any other political individual would do.
Okay.
They'll use the draw.
Okay.
She used that Megan as the draw.
Okay.
And I bet you that stadium or whatever it was packed to capacity.
Yes, it was.
And that's what she wanted to do.
Oh, okay.
And it, like you said, it's intentional. Everything they do is intentional.
Okay, well, just go vote.
Steal your word from you, huh?
To say is just go vote.
Go vote,
look at what we have at stake.
Yeah,
and we don't get so caught up.
It's just called the rules of engagement. You just engaging folks where they are. You're meeting people where they are, just like Christian folks need to start doing, meeting people where they are versus 100%. Trying to make them be what they are.
Amen.
At 100%. I do think that we just have to inform ourselves and be more involved with what's happening and look at what is at stake if you sit back and don't do anything.
And don't vote,
Yes.
And if you don't vote, you already voted.
And the other thing is,
and don't complain.
Yeah.
If you don't vote, don't complain. Don't just come up here and I need to say this here, and then I hope I don't.
Then we can move on.
We can move on. We love to say God's going to take care of it, but God there's an action. He expects us to do something. So get off your lawns, get off your holy platform.
Get off your blessed assurance.
Come on now. Come on, say and do something. Yes, God's going to take care of it, but faith without action is dead.
Exactly.
All right, then.
All right, then.
Let's move on.
What's next?
That goes right into our next segment really well.
Okay, cut the crap.
I thought y'all T in the Street was going to be more about like Juvenile. What he went through.
Juvenile. What Juvenile do?
You know some more than we know.
Yeah.
Oh, he got the tea. He got the tea. Baby, give
I know what you're talking about.
We'll save it for next week.
No. Baby,
All right, since we have a little time on our
give it
hand,
to us.
we don't have a video of this, but
Give us some.
Juvenile went fly first class. Juvenile the rapper. Okay. And my wife and I, when we travel first class because this kind of resonated with me. And they came and picked Juvenile out of first class and said he got to go sit and coach. Somebody else have to sit there.
And he had a ticket.
And he was with his wife.
And he was with his wife.
And they were going to separate them. And he had to go. And Juvenile was like, wait, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Are you serious?
and
they were serious.
And it was on American Airline. They have their challenge. So they wanted him. I'm sorry. I just saw it last night. And so they wanted him to get up out of first class and move to coach and allow this other person to sit in first class. He clearly had the tickets there. And Juvenile tore him up. He said,
well, he handled it like a G because he ended up leaving the plane.
He got off the plane, but he did tell him to fix them old. Right. Get them cameras working on the TV.
Yeah, he was like, I'm a celebrity.
I'm a celebrity.
Well, that's what he's talking about. Y'all gonna kick the celebrity off. Y'all know me. I say, folks don't know you, do you?
But I bet you they know his song. They know now. They know when back that they come on. They know.
But I think this year, for American Airlines, they're gonna have to answer because what I see how they're dragging American Airlines over social media. They deserve everything that they're getting on here because that was wrong.
Yeah, I'm just imagine, we going somewhere and they come
to you,
just grab me. Come on, man. What are you talking about?
I
hate to think that, I be on the news getting drug off the plane. I mean, come on. This 60 years
Are we going
back?
back?
What is going on here?
We're going back.
Yes.
Come on now.
That's why we got to go vote, y'all.
Go vote.
Go vote.
Yeah.
All right, then.
All right, let's move forward.